Good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you may be viewing this video. My name is Jacobus DeWitt.
And my name is Leland Britton.
And today we will be presenting a project for the Invent Computer Game and Simulation.
So to start, we use GD script for all of this game. This is the in-engine programming language for the free and open source Godot engine. And we have the Godot libraries, and we use the 3D navigation library, which was used to make the AI more intelligent and move around levels easier. And then we also had the character movement, which is incorporated in both the player and the enemies, allowing for an easy setup for moving around and colliding with objects in a 3D environment. Finally, we used the file access libraries, which was used to save files for different parameters, like what the current level was, upgrades, and the user's preferences.
So to expand on the code written here, we have two snippets from code from two different scripts. What's shown on the player script is how it incorporates the file access system using a pre-stored value to determine the amount of aim assist a player specified in the main menu. For the enemy AI script, it incorporates 3D navigation libraries to determine where to move to fight the player. Now let's talk about the software. We used multiple pieces of software to bring this game to life, yet all of them were absolutely free. As it was mentioned before, Godot was the game engine our game was built upon. To design the textures, we used Pixelrama, a free pixelated texture design application. To animate and model all of the characters and weapons, we used the open source software known as Blender. To create the sounds and music for this game, we used Waveform 12, a free digital audio workstation. And to polish these sounds, we use Audacity, yet another free powerful free program.
The topic of this game, you're an agent on a mission to save Earth, and you have to save the world in order to do so. You must reach an alien mothership threatening the globe and destroy it. The first part of the topic is critical thinking, and to fit that, we've created an alien army whose task is to eliminate this agent. In order to outsmart this army, you must use the environment, fast reflexes, and special abilities. For ethical challenges, the game gives the optional challenge to collect money for the government, and if enough money is collected, then the player must make a choice of using the money to gain more special abilities or to donate to search and rescue, who need those funds to find survivors of the alien invasion. With that in mind, there are two endings on whether the player chose upgrades or the greater good.
Let's talk about the title page and the user interface. As shown here, the title screen has 4 buttons for play, help, options, and quit. We will expand on these functions when we get to the gameplay. For our in-game user interface, it features multiple displayed values, each of them important to note during gameplay. On the left is how much health the player has. On the bottom right, the UI will display what weapon you are currently holding, as well as how much ammo it has. At the top right, the UI shows how much money you've collected out of how much needs to be collected in order to upgrade or donate. So when playing this game, it was originally written out to be a 2D game with a similar concept of having a one-man army against hordes of enemies. However, due to the familiarity with 3D applications, this plan was scrapped. 3D games are known to be demanding on hardware, and we needed a game that was compatible with low-end hardware. So we planned this game with 90s hits by Quake and Doom as our main sources of inspiration.
There are many parts for the implementation process. First off, all of our models were handmade in Blender, aside from the soldier that started out as a Creative Commons zero-base mess from TurboSquid, a website where 3D models can be obtained for free. However, it's noted that the armor for the soldier was also handmade in order to match the visual style of the rest of the models. All of the animations were created from scratch, only the running animation for the soldier had an outside reference. To create the sounds, a combination of Waveform 12 and Audacity was used to record and polish various sound effects heard in the game. Waveform was once again used to compose the soundtrack for the game, drum machines were used to make the beat, and synthesizers were used as backing tracks. The main melody was written and played on an Ibanez 6-string electric guitar.
Alright, so now let's go ahead and check out the gameplay. So here we have the SCAR application, and if we double head and click on that, that'll take us to the title menu. So as stated before, there are 4 buttons for play, help, options, and quit. When you hit help, you have a nice graphic for the controls of this game. So let's go ahead and look at our options. We have a slider to control the volume of our music. We'll keep it right here. And then we have a slider for the aim assist. And for this demonstration, we'll keep this at 0. When we hit play, we have new game. We'll go ahead and click that, which will take us to our intro. that will tell us the story and what our objectives are. Now that we know what we're up against, we're going to go ahead and put in the first level, which is a cityscape. And as you can see here, we have the mothership that we need to progress towards.
After eliminating that soldier, we can grab his weapon, which is the repeater. Unlike the blaster, this weapon has limited ammo, so we have to be careful.
We also can collect money for the government. And for this level, we are going to go ahead and collect all the money in this level.
Once we run into the teleporter, we got taken to the stage cleared screen where it shows us how much time we had and the assets we recovered. And since we collected enough money, we can either choose the invisibility powers or we can donate to search and rescue. Since this pop-up comes up, we have invisibility powers that we can get, and we can either accept it or we can give the money to search and rescue.
The game will now tell us how to use our invisibility powers. If you do any sort of attack, you will no longer have invisibility powers.
You can notice how the bar turns red for a short period of time. During that period, we can't use our powers, and that's to ensure that the players can't rapidly float themselves with the float bars low. Otherwise, this would break the game.
Since we are running out of time and we must defeat the aliens in this short period of time, we are going to go ahead and take a shortcut. That'll take us to the end of the game. Since we didn't collect enough money, we don't have a proper way to hit next, and we will be immediately taken to the final level.
Yes.
Where we have to defeat the final boss. And that concludes the gameplay section for our project. Thanks for watching our video. My name is Jacobus DeWitt.
My name's Leland Britton.
And this has been our project for the event computer game and simulation.